And when the girl reaches 13 your age, there's a new emotion that comes called ennui. Okay, where you're just like, I don't care, I'm too cool. Okay, that's called ennui. So the meditation is this: think about your future, and then smell it, taste it, feel it, say it, see it. Do you know a cool trick? It's like you can just find out what someone's thinking of you. I'm going to teach you now.
Namaste everyone and welcome to season 2 of our podcast Yoga and Dhyana Ancient Solutions for Modern Kids. I'm Bhavani Desai and I'm delighted to have Guru Pashupati ji, a revered Himalayan yogi with us today. Let's begin with a prayer to set a serene and positive tone for our discussion. ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಸೀತೆಯ ವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಗಿಡದಿಂದ ಗಿಡಕ್ಕ ಹಾರುತ್ತದ ಕೋತಿ ಬಲುಗಡಿ ಬೀಡಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದ ಹಿಡದೆ ನಂದರ ಗಗನಕ್ಕ ಹಾರುತ್ತದ ಬಿಡದ ರಾಮನ ಸ್ಮರಣೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದ ರಾಮನ ದೂತನು ಅಂತದ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಸೀತೆಯ ವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಮಾತನಾಡುತ್ತದ ಬಂದಂಥ ಕೋತಿ ಸೀತಾ ಅಂತದ ಸೇತುವೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾನಂತದ ರಘುಪತಿ ದಶರಥ ಸುತ ಬರುತ್ತಾನಂತ ರಘುಪತಿ ದಶರಥ ಸುತ ಬರುತ್ತಾನಂತ ವಾಯುಕುಮಾರನು ಅಂತದ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳು ಸೀತೆಯ ವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ವ್ಯರ್ಥವಾಗಿ ಕೆಡಬ್ಯಾಡಿರಿ ಅಂತದ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನ ಬಿಡಿರಂತದ ಮೃತ್ಯು ಕಾಲ ನಿಮ್ಗ ಬಂದೀತಂತದ ಹರಿಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಾಣೆ ಸುಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಅಂತದ ಹರಿಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಾಣೆ ಸುಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಅಂತದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶವನ ಪದ ಹಿಡೀರಿ ಅಂತದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶವನ ಪದ ಹಿಡೀರಿ ಅಂತದ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಸೀತೆಯ ವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ ಕೋತಿ ಬಂದದ ರಾವಣನೆ ಕೇಳೋ. So today we will explore how yoga and meditation can help children stay calm and happy, especially in these modern times. We hope we find this episode insightful and inspiring. Let's get started. Namaste Gurugale. Happy
Namaste.
Guru Purnima.
Thank you. Thank you.
So today we are doing podcast season 2, episode 2, Calm and Happy Yoga and Dhyana for Emotional Balance.
Okay.
So Guruji, before we start into the topic, could you please share with us the significance of Guru Purnima and why it holds a special place in our tradition?
Yes, because the person who put down Sanatan Dharma is called Vyas, Ved Vyasa. Okay. And it is his birthday today on the Purnima of Ashada Masa, which is now the month of Ashada, which is like a very windy and rainy season for us. And you can see, like, even now there's a slight wind blowing. You can look at the tree in the background. Yeah. So this is a very special time also, because we can't do anything during this time because of the rain. So this is a time to dedicate to the study of religion. And when we were not having a script, the Vedas were still there because they were there in verse. And people used to remember everything. They used to remember the Vedas and the Puranas. But Vyas is the one who did the biggest publishing event of the entire world that has ever happened. And he published at that time on palm leaves. He got everything written down. This was 6,000 years ago. And just to prepare us for this yug called Kali Yuga, where people tend to forget dharma. So people don't remember what is good and what is bad anymore. The lines are very blurry between good and bad. So Vyas wrote down everything in Sanskrit so that there's no confusion about whether we are good, bad, or not. You have to you can't be on the fence. You have to be on the side of good, and that's what it is. So when we read these scriptures that he's written, it gives us knowledge of how to live life, and that's why we honor him and we call him the Guru of Gurus, because all the other gurus, they taught and they went and they helped their students who were there. But he has helped people over generations to have knowledge. So the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Puranas were all compiled under his supervision. The Upanishads continued to be compiled even later. But these are the pillars of our religion. And that's why when he put on all these amazing things, and it's not just about God, it's also about social conduct. It's about how to run a country, what are the rules of war, how are people supposed to behave with each other. So he really went into a lot of details. How can we act as a tribe? How can we help each other out? Everything is explained in these books. So the way of life that we lead today in Bharat is because of Vyas. And the joy that we have in the close-knit society that we have, which is not common anymore in many parts of the world, it is a result of this. And all of the temples that you see that are still alive today have all been built based on stuff that has been prescribed by the Vedas. The rituals over there are all from the Vedas. So basically, we owe a lot to Vyas Maharshi, and we celebrate his birthday by doing yagnas, by doing pujas, by winning his blessings. And I asked him today to make me the Vyas of Kali Yuga so that I can take everything he's written and convert it into English without losing the meaning, which most of the translations have done. They've lost the meaning while converting. So this is a very special day for me.
Yeah, yeah. What prevalent emotional challenges do children face today, and how can yoga alleviate them?
Okay. So I think one of the biggest challenges that children face is that they're not taught how to use their senses and know what other people think about them. So they lose something called empathy. When you don't know what other people think about you and you're not sure about it, then you'll just go by the words people are saying, but you won't be able to see into their mind. And it's very easy to fool children because they don't know what's going on inside a person. They've stopped using their senses. And that's the problem. But otherwise, you can sense if something is good for you or bad for you, if somebody's nice for you or bad for you, it's something you can sense. But now, because we have removed these senses from children, they go on to make bad choices in life. They end up with the wrong partner. They end up with the wrong kind of company. And they end up working in the wrong kind of job, which is not really good for them. So this is what happens to children because we've taken away senses. Now, what I mean by senses, you know that we have five senses, right?
Yeah.
Like sight, sound, sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch is what we say are the five senses. But in that touch, a lot is included. We can call it feeling. So in feeling, there's a lot included. And much of that feeling is inside. Half of the information of your feeling is inside, and half of the information is from the outside. So when you get a feeling, it's actually more of an internal sense. But people don't have an internal sense because, first of all, kids are not healthy. They don't have enough sunlight. They don't have enough grounding. They don't have proper food. They eat only junk food and they're exposed to devices all the time. So what's going to happen is that they're going to start to get overwhelmed. They're going to become anxious because they're not able to know what's good for them and what's not good for them. So they keep doing things that are not good for them, thinking that this is good for me. And the things that are good for them, they say, this is too difficult for me. It's not good for me. So that's the problem. And we need to show children that using your senses, you can overcome challenges and give them a challenge to overcome. And then kids love it. They love to be challenged. If you challenge a kid, then go and do it. And you have to believe in them and you have to encourage them. So this is the biggest problem, that kids are not able to navigate themselves without asking anyone. They don't know what's good for them, what's true for them. This is a big problem, which is leading to a lot of anxiety with kids doing things that they don't want to do and thinking that this is good for them. You know? So senses, senses, senses. We have to train kids to keep sensing their inner world. If they sense their inner world, then they'll start understanding, how do people make me feel? Do you know a cool trick? It's like you can just find out what someone's thinking of you. I'm going to teach you now. Okay, it's really
Okay.
okay. So you think of that person, and then suddenly start thinking of the end of your nose, and then take a breath. You'll know what they smell like for your mind. Your inner truth of what you think of them, also what they think of you. Everything you'll be able to smell that. Okay, and then you can concentrate on the tip of your tongue. And this is a method given by Vyasa in the Yoga Sutra commentary. You focus on the tip of your tongue, thinking of that person, and then swallow a few times. You'll start getting taste of what this actually feels like. And then go to the middle of your tongue here and take your attention there and think of the same person, and you'll be able to feel certain feelings which you've associated with that person, which is the truth of what you've associated with them. Okay. And then you think of the back of your throat where your voice comes from. You focus over there, and you'll be able to put in words, what does this person think of me? What do I think of them? What's exactly going on between us? You'll get clarity suddenly. And then you focus on the talu, which is, the brain is sitting inside a chamber, and that chamber has a hole, and through that hole, your spinal cord comes out. So that's somewhere in the middle of your head, at the level of your ears, there's a hole in the center of your head. So you focus there, right in the middle of your head, and then you'll be able to see what you really think of them. If you raise your eyes a little, you'll be able to see what you think of them in your mind's eye. So that's your five senses, right? Tip of the nose, smell, taste, feeling, sound, or words, and right in the middle of your head, the vision. You have all these five internal senses. So the more you train like this, so you say, I've got to do my homework, and you can see what you exactly think about it. You think about your homework and smell it, and then you taste it, and then you feel it, and then you put words to what you're feeling about it, and then you see it. You see yourself doing it. You'll be able to do it, because you have to really understand why you want to do something. Because children are not able to do things that are difficult, which are good for them, because they don't use their internal senses. But when they use their internal senses, they'll be able to figure it out. So try practicing this and tell me how you're doing. Try it for
Okay.
anything difficult that you find. Just think about it really, and you'll see whether you really want to do it. If you're really going to want to do it, then you will do it heroically no matter what. But if you don't want to do it at all and you feel it's stupid, then don't do it. Just don't do it. This is something children have to learn. And you realize that, wow, I do have reasons. So when I used to do this as a child, and I realized, well, I do have to study a little because I want to score exam marks, but I don't want to go sit in class. I don't want to do it. So I kept running away from class. And then I learned a lot. I became an entrepreneur at the age of 13. I was earning more money than all my teachers when I was 13 years old, because I started to listen to my inner voice. If you follow it, you always are safe. It's like you're speaking to a very wise being inside of you. In Sanatan Dharma, we say that people are not, this is not their first birth. They've been born many times, and they have a lot of wisdom from those births. but they can't access it unless they learn to access their inner senses. Then all of that wisdom comes up, and you'll be surprised. How am I so intelligent at 13? You'll start thinking that. Okay, you'll know things that even adults don't know if you start following this method. So it's a very powerful method. It's called Eka-tattva. Okay,
Okay.
Eka-tattva, which means you find the Eka-tattva, which is the truth. You find the truth that is there, and you act according to that truth. And that's very important.
Okay. Yeah, very good.
Did it go over?
So,
Did you understand? You got it?
yeah, I got it, but like I should try to
Yeah,
like
try it on something.
understand.
Okay? Try it on something right now if you want. Just think
Yeah,
about
sure.
something. Think about
Okay.
some relationship with a friend that's not going that well, or something like that. Okay? Think of that person. And then when you think of that person, think of the tip of your nose and then just take a few sniffs, like sniff the air, and you'll get some certain smells, okay? Which is not anything to do with anything that's outside. It's an internal smell. You'll be able to create one smell, okay? Were you able to smell something?
Yeah, slightly, but I
Yeah,
couldn't recognize.
slight. In the beginning, it's slight, but later it becomes very strong, okay? Then the tip of your tongue. Focus on the tip of your tongue, thinking of the same person, and then just swallow a few times. Move your tongue around and you'll start getting a taste. Yes, good. Okay, now go up your tongue to the middle of your tongue and focus on there and just think about that place also and your friend also. And then allow that to move your body. Allow that spot to move your body and it'll move to a particular place and you start feeling a particular way. Let yourself get into that, whatever this is suggesting, and you'll get the feeling associated with that person. And now go to the back of your throat, get where your voice box is, you start focusing there, and you'll be able to put words to how you feel about this person. The truth, you'll be able to say the truth. What exactly happened here? Is it my fault? Is it their fault? What happened? You'll get the whole story, okay? The real truth will come in front of you, and then whether you want to fix it or not is up to you. Then you think about the talu, which is the hole from which just think of a place in the middle of your head, okay? So bring your attention to the middle of your head, somewhere in line with your ears, and if you draw a line from here, where that meet, that's where it is. You bring your attention there, and then just roll your head backwards, like you're looking up, and you'll start seeing visuals, you start seeing images of various possibilities and things with this person. And now, when you've seen some things and you've got some ideas, then you can open your eyes.
Yeah. So I
Any
tried, but like
insights?
I couldn't get the exact one.
You didn't get
Like
words? Where did you get
I,
stuck?
I yeah, I got, but like it was not like I couldn't get it exactly. Like I tried.
Hmm.
I I guess I couldn't concentrate on that.
You have to learn to concentrate on your inside. That's what I'm saying. Kids can't concentrate on the inside.
Yeah.
You have to do this. The more you think about everything that you're doing and start thinking of these 5 places that I've told you, this is the secret of concentration. Ekatattva. You're able to concentrate. Okay? So
Yeah.
you have to pick also something that you really care about. Okay? Maybe this was something you didn't care so much about. You just pick something.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is it clear now? Do you think that if somebody watched this, they would be able to do it?
Yeah, Guru Ganesh, sure. I
Awesome.
mean, it will help a lot. It will help for me, sir.
Great, great.
Yeah.
So try it out with everything you're struggling with, whatever thoughts you have. You just take that thought and then you see how it smells, tastes, feels, and then you'll be like, wow. I don't want to feel like that. I'm going to fix this. And then
Yeah.
you'll get into action mode.
Yes, Guru.
Great.
So, how does yoga equip children with tools to manage stress and anxiety effectively?
I think the simplest way to manage stress is to put your finger here. That's it. That's all. You take your thumb and put it between the ring finger and the middle finger in this groove, little groove here, and that's it. You do this, and you can place it like this on your palms and do long, deep breaths. You can even breathe out with your mouth. Gives you relief. Do 7 breaths. Okay, already feeling better? Now,
Yes,
rub
Guru.
from your ear,
Yes.
rub from your ear like this, and take it off your ring finger. Rub your ear and take it off your ring finger. Rub your ear, come down your neck, go down your shoulder, down your arm, off the ring finger. Do this also 7 times.
Okay.
Once you finish 7 times, then you do on the other side. From the other ear, come over your shoulder, rub off your ring finger. This is my ring finger. I'm rubbing it off my ring finger. Okay. So this thing that you're taking out, whatever you're taking out, it's all your stress. Think it's all falling into a big blue flame. You can just say it. If you can't visualize the blue flame, that's fine. Just say it's all falling into a big blue flame. And it's all burnt. And now I have energy. And now I have relaxation and I don't have stress. It's so simple. How long did that
Yeah,
take? 2 minutes.
it works actually.
Yeah, it works. How are you feeling? You're feeling great, right?
Yeah, I feel good.
There are lots of ways, if you go right behind your eyes like this, on the back of your head, just behind your eyes, there's a point. If you press, you'll feel pressure in your eyes. Okay? That point, you put your thumb on it, and then you rotate it like this. Okay? You'll feel the movement in your eyes. And if you do this 20 times one way and 20 times the other way, just rotate. Okay? I'm just doing this with my finger, like I'm rotating with my fingers. Okay? I'm pressing in. Yeah, and I'm moving only my fingers, not I'm moving only my thumbs, not my other fingers. Oh, gives you a lot of relief. Okay, then you can tap it with your thumb about 20 times. And then close your eyes, rub your eyes, and open it. It removes all the tension from your eyes. Can you feel that?
Yes, Guru.
Mm.
It's cause it's 5 here, so I woke up early. It feels so free now.
You're feeling fresh
Like
now?
my eyes were feeling heavy before.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
feels
It's early in the morning for you.
yeah.
That's right. And now you're sitting in front of some lights and stuff, so obviously your eyes will get strained. But you can
Yeah.
reduce your eye strain like this anytime. So if you've been studying too long or whatever and your eyes are paining and you do this, then you can relax for some time. And you know, it's good to look if you do it during the daytime, it's good to look outside at some trees or something like that. Fill some nice things in your eyes, and then you'll feel better. Nature, if you can fill your eyes with some nature, then you'll feel really good.
Yeah. So Which breathing exercises are effective for calming the minds of children?
There's a very, very, very calming exercise, uh, which is called Ujjayi, okay?
Okay.
So it's like you had to do, the sound when you inhale, when you exhale, okay? Can you make it? You can? Now do the same thing with your nose closed. I mean, with your mouth closed. You getting the sound from your nostrils now?
Yeah.
It's
My
really
nose is
calm.
blocked.
Your nose is blocked. Oh no.
Yeah.
Open the valves up. Imagine there's a door here and think of it opening up. Boom. And your nostrils will open up. Okay? So imagine there are two doors here and you're knocking on the door. You can knock on the door and then somebody opens it. Yeah, what? And then you breathe. Did it open?
Yeah.
Open?
Slightly.
Okay, yeah. Do it again. Do it again. So you knock here and then your nose comes and opens the door saying, what? Then breathe in. Then all the air runs in because the nose opened the door. Getting better?
Yeah.
Okay, so now use your nose. When you do that with your mouth open, try to do the same thing with your mouth closed. Your nose will make the sound. Okay, you need to do this really slowly. Listen to my nose. Don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? Because Zoom kind of cancels out the sound.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear.
You can?
Yeah.
And this you can do looking down a bit. Interlink your fingers like this and then do this. It will connect your right and left hemispheres of your brain. As you breathe, relax your body. In 5 to 10 breaths, you'll start calming down. You feel very, very relaxed. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and it opens higher areas of your brain so that you can think your way out of anything. You can learn your way out of anything. You can't think your way out of anything, but you can definitely learn your way out of anything. You just need new knowledge and you can do new things. And that'll happen when you are relaxed like this. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I feel so relaxed.
Yeah. Isn't it fantastic? Great.
Yeah. I was actually sick from last few days and I feel
Really?
so good now. Yeah.
Feel good now? Look, just a few breaths.
Yeah. It
Because
feels
every time
good.
you breathe like Ujjayi, massive prana gets generated in your body. So prana is your life force. It's an invisible force that moves it through our body and it moves like a river. Actually, it has a sea, we call it kund. And this is at the base of your body, like at the very bottom of your abdominal cavity, it's there. There's a energy pool, which is liquid in nature. Now that thing evaporates and it becomes clouds and it goes and snows on top of your head. You look at my head now, this much above my head, a span above my head, a span above my head, okay? Here's where the clouds of prana come and they start raining on you. They start snowing on your head, okay? It snows prana on your head. And that prana starts getting melted every time you think and it starts coming down your body. Every time you think something, some prana melts and comes there, okay? I'm going to show this to you. Now, just think that you're lifting a feather with your hand. You're lifting a feather with your hand. Okay, just do it. Imaginary feather. Okay, there's a certain amount of prana in your hand. Now I want you to put the feather down and pick up a heavy stone with your hand. Now there's more prana coming to your hand. Can you feel it? There's more energy coming to your hand. That's prana.
Yeah.
Prana is controlled by what you think. So you have to be very careful what you think. If you start thinking too much, then you'll stress out with a lot of prana and you'll get blood pressure. So you don't want to be stressed out with too much prana. You want to have a good flow of prana, like nice nature. You don't want storms. It's all becoming clouds. It's all going to the top of your head and it's snowing and then it's melting. This is happening with each breath. Some prana goes up and then comes in through your head, comes back, it circulates. It's your ecosystem. It's your personal energy. But if you start using it in the wrong way, just with your imagination, did you see how you could stress out your hand by lifting the rock? So that's not good. We shouldn't use our imagination to stress ourselves out. We should use our imagination to calm ourselves down. So when you start thinking, how could that person say that to me? Instead of that, you think, wouldn't it be nice if I can just not be affected by this and be happy? Wouldn't that be great? And what am I looking for? Because that person is doing what they have to do with whatever knowledge they have. And we are doing what we want to do with whatever knowledge we have. Somehow it's not working out. So if it's not working out, it's not working out. Why should I stress about it? And then you'll calm down. You'll get all your prana back in order if you have sobering thoughts like this. But if you keep pushing it, your prana will go on building so much prana that you can't hold it. It creates pressure inside your body. And then it creates disease. Or if you just don't care about things, have you seen that movie about the emotions? I forgot what it's called. It's like a Disney movie about the emotions, okay? Inside Out? I don't know. It's called something. I can't remember now. So there's this whole, all of these emotions are there. And when the girl reaches 13, your age, there's a new emotion that comes called ennui, okay? Where you're just like, I don't care. I'm too cool. Okay, that's called ennui. So when ennui comes in and you're just not really impressed by anybody or anything, when you're like that, also you'll reduce your prana because you're not holding on to anything with enthusiasm. Then your prana goes down. So there are certain emotions that balance your prana. They're called sattvic emotions. Certain emotions which increase your prana, they're called rajasic emotions. And certain emotions which drop your prana, they're called tamasic emotions. So ennui is one of those tamasic emotions. Another one is grief. You just feel so sad that you don't want to move. You get so depressed. Okay? That's also where your prana is going low because your emotions are low. If you lift your emotions, your prana will come up. So that time when you use these breathing methods like Ujjayi, you'll certainly get some balanced prana. And you won't feel so depressed anymore just by using your breath. If you're feeling anxious, it's the rajasic emotion. Too much prana. ADD, ADHD, that's what they want. They want to medicate kids, give them Ritalin. But that's not required. They just need to learn Ujjayi. That's it. Try it. And you can save kids from so much medication, which they don't need. They just need to reduce their prana because it's too much. They reduce their prana, they'll be fine. Why don't we understand these three states? There's balance, there's excess, and there's less. You got to be exactly balanced. Too much is also too bad. Too less is also too bad.
Yeah, Guru. So, how does consistent yoga practice help children regulate their emotions?
You mentioned the magic word consistency. Okay. I don't care if you're a kid, you have to be committed to what you're doing. You have to. You have to put your 100% into it. Because otherwise, it's not going to work out. Things are not going to work out by you wishing that they work out. Things are going to work out by you doing a little bit every day until you reach the point where you want to reach. You reached your destination. And then, of course, you can set sail to another place after that. But you have to be consistent in your path. Okay? So let's say you're sailing from USA to Europe. You're going across the Atlantic Ocean. You don't want to be going off in a diagonal way, then you'll run out of fuel and then you'll be stuck in the ocean. You have a certain amount of fuel and you want to go in the shortest possible way and you got to stay on course. And that's a little progress you make every day. You don't reach Europe in one day. It's going to take you a month maybe. to cross the Atlantic Ocean. Some people do it in like 40 days, some people in 20 days, depends on the ship. So you've got to stay focused and consistent for 20 days. Okay. So somebody says that I want to make a transformation. I want to be a new person. I want to lose weight. I want to have more friends. I want to make more money or whatever they're saying. I want to make more pocket money. Whatever you're thinking about needs you to be a new person. And you have to consistently behave like a new person. Only then you'll have new results. When you behave like the same old person with the same old addictions and the same old attitudes and entitlement and thinking that things ought to work out for you just because you exist, they don't work out for you just because you exist. They work out for you because you put in the work. Yeah.
Yeah, Guru. And I actually
Even
wanted
what
to
I taught you
mention.
now, even what I taught you now, if you're going to be consistent with it and spend 5 minutes on it every day, you'll see results. So consistency is not yoga's job. Consistency is the kid's job.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention this thing. Like while I'm from the time I started doing these podcasts and things, um, it literally helped me so much.
Oh, yeah?
Like I can see it myself. I've improved in a lot of ways. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
You have. I can see it too. Good work.
yeah,
What happens when you decided to help others? You get help too.
yeah.
How
All
can you
my
think what you
friends
don't have?
appreciated me.
Yeah. Isn't it? Because they're not doing anything like that. It's cool, man. So
Yeah,
they're
thank you,
happy.
Guru Guru.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they're happy you're doing it. They're happy for you. That's great.
yeah. So, what role does meditation play in nurturing emotional well-being in children?
Uh, like I said, emotions are made up of two things. One is your memories, and the other is your prana. I've already told you how to control your prana and improve it, right? I mean, there's a lot more, but for kids, this is enough. There's when you grow up, you can learn a lot more ways, uh, which need more skill. I've taught you things that don't need much skill. Anybody can do it, because the future hasn't happened yet. The past has already happened. You can't change the memory, right? But when you create a good memory of the future, that'll make you happy. That'll make you hold your prana. That'll make you stay focused. So the meditation is this. Think about your future and then smell it, taste it, feel it, say it, see it. This meditation, if children do on the various things that they have to do for the next day. Let's say you have a list of things to do with the next day, okay? You have to go do this project and that homework and study this and um, play this sport and whatever else you have to do, okay? When you think about all those things, just do this 2-minute process of smelling, tasting, feeling, hearing words, and seeing it. If you do this for your day, every day consistently, that's the best meditation kids can do. You're going to do so good in life if you make this a habit. It's my habit. I think about everything I do, including this podcast that I had with you was on my list today. So I thought about it last night before I went to sleep. And I just went, I had such a blissful sleep. I got up really looking forward to the day. I did some great work today and I'm feeling great. And that can be your life too if you use this meditative method.
Yeah. And actually, the thing is, yesterday we went outside and we came home like at 11:30 p.m.
Oh,
I slept at 12.
oh,
So I cannot like I guess I just had like 3 to 4 hours of
yeah.
sleep, but I cannot feel the tiredness. Usually, I
Wow.
feel.
Yeah, that's because of the breathing.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, it will neutralize it for one day, but don't make it a habit, okay? Sleep early.
Yeah. Yeah, Guru.
Yeah, that's great.
So can
People drink coffee, adults, they keep drinking coffee because they don't have prana. That's why they need all those things.
yeah. So can yoga serve as a tool for children to cope with feelings of anger or frustration?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? So if you're angry, you need to blow some air out, but out of your ears. Okay. Did you know you can breathe out of your ears?
No.
No? Okay. I'm gonna listen to my ears. I'm just taking a very small breath. You shouldn't take in a big breath, very small breath. So
It's not audible.
it's not audible. Damn.
Yeah.
Will you hear it? Yeah, okay. There's a person here and she can hear it. Sorry, my mic isn't picking it up, but if you blow some air out of your ear is porous. First of all, it'll cool your ears down and it'll calm your anger down in just 1 second. So you blow hot air out of your ears, which is accumulated in your brain, and you'll feel better, okay? It's a very ancient yogic technique. If you do this once, just take a small breath. No more anger.
Yeah. I cannot do it now, Guru. My nose
Your
is
nose is
blocked.
blocked. Okay.
Yeah, I got cold.
All right. All right. Get some sun
Yeah.
on your nose when the sun comes out, and then it'll go away. Don't worry.
Yeah. I can see the sunrise
You
outside.
can? All right.
The
Great.
balcony.
All right. Your nose
Yeah.
will get better soon.
Yeah. What can I do for frustration? Like frustration, yeah.
Frustration is basically you not knowing stuff. That's it. You can learn when you have frustration. Ask yourself, what do I not know here? Why am I getting frustrated? What do I need to learn? And learn that thing, and your frustration will be gone. It's that simple. Okay. So what do you usually get frustrated about?
Um, about my so I usually get frustrated about my guitar practice.
Ah, that's because you're not very good at the guitar, are you? It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult. So you need to learn it. You need to be patient. You need to practice. You need to stick it out for hours. And that's when you learn. But when you expect that things will happen faster than it's possible, then you'll get frustrated. Okay. So that's what you have to learn. How long does it actually take to learn guitar? Go and ask people who really know how to play the guitar. How long did it take you to get so good? And they'll say, yeah, about 7 years, 8 years, 12 years, you know. I asked
Mhm.
Shashank, who plays the bass guitar in my band, like, how long did you practice to get this good? 14 years? How many years have you practiced?
Me?
Yeah, the guitar.
It's just been 2 classes.
2 classes. Okay, that's a lot of years. That's a lot of
Yeah.
years to get frustrated. You need to practice for like 10 years, then you're going to get good. Okay, not 2 classes.
Yeah.
So just keep at it. Now, when you extend your timeline, how do you feel? When you say, I'm going to get good at the guitar in 10 years, when you do that, how do you feel? There's a lot of time, right? It's spacious. Yeah, when you expect things to happen faster than they can, that's when you get frustrated.
I can say about my handwriting. I was talking about it with my dad, with my father today. So like I had a very bad handwriting till like sixth grade, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
And then from seventh, I used to get so frustrated. Like I used to lose marks for my handwriting in exams.
Mm-hmm.
And now I got good handwriting.
How did
Like,
that happen? How did that happen?
yeah.
2 classes? With 2 classes?
No,
No.
like it's been a long time.
How many years did
So
it take?
it took a lot of time, like probably from
See,
seven,
anything
8 years.
worth it, Bhavani, is going to take time. My neighbor in the mountains, Himachal Pradesh, he showed me a tree and he said, you know what? This year, this tree is going to give its fruits. I'm like, what tree is this? He said, it's a walnut tree. It's going to give walnuts this year. I'm like, how do you know this? He says, a walnut tree, this species of walnut tree takes 12 years to give fruits. He's cared for it for 12 years since he was a young man. And now it's going to give fruits and he was so excited. You know how excited he was? He wasn't that excited about the small stuff growing in his garden, like the celery and the coriander, and he wasn't that excited by those things because they just come in 3 days, 4 days. That's no big deal. But this is a big deal because it's coming in after 12 years of work, and it's a walnut. It looks like a brain. It's good for your brain, and when you eat it, it's so good. You know, somebody stupid, we tell him akrut khao, eat walnuts. You know, so it's something that's really good for your brain, and it even looks like a brain. So he was so excited by this brain fruit. So do something that will make you that excited to put it out for 10 years, to keep at it for the next 10 years. Okay. First, I used to think 10 years is a long time, but now I'm 50, so I think 10 years is not a long time. I've done 5 of them already.
Yeah. So, which yoga poses induce relaxation and alleviate stress in children?
Yoga poses. Okay. There is a yoga pose called yoga asana pose called Tadasana. Okay. So I'm going to show you the sitting down version of it. Tadana means to beat something and whip it and hammer it. Okay, that's what it means. This is going to hammer all the blockages in your body. Okay. All I'm going to do is get my hands here, stretch it up, and back. Okay. What I'm doing on the top is you can also do it like this. Stretch up. Inhale, exhale 3 times. And bring your arms down and relax. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Do it one more time. Stretch up. And this time bend over to the side. Breathe. Come back. Bend over to the side. Wow. How do you feel now?
Feels free.
Good stretch. You can also do it standing up. You do it standing up all 3 times, and every time you breathe, all of the blockages in your body are beaten up and broken down so that prana flows fully in your body from the top to the bottom.
Yeah. I keep doing it every day.
You do? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it unconsciously. They just do this and they do this and they do this and they're feeling better already, right? So if you
Yeah.
stood in those positions and then you breathed a few times, it would become even better.
Yeah. So how can parents seamlessly integrate yoga and meditation into their children's daily routine?
I think parents should start meditating themselves and the kids will meditate automatically. If they don't meditate themselves and they're going to integrate meditation into the kids' timetable, it's not going to work. They have to sit there and meditate with them.
Yeah.
Lead by example. Whatever you want your kids to do, you do. They'll do. If you do one thing and tell your kid to do something else, they won't respect you. You have to do what you tell them to do also.
Actually, the thing is, this happened with me and my dad. Like whenever he sees that, he says like, "Don't scroll on Instagram. You literally waste the whole day scrolling on Instagram." I say, "You do it first. You stop scrolling first, and then I."
That's what I'm saying. So now your
I
dad can watch
remembered
this
you
and
saying
learn.
that in last podcast, so I kept saying that, and
Uh-huh.
he
I'm
didn't
not
take
easy
it
on
seriously.
parents to
So I'm
do
mentioning it
this.
in our
They
podcast
have
today.
they have to do what they tell their children to do. You want to stop your child from scrolling on Instagram, you stop.
So, so what meditation techniques empower children to achieve emotional balance?
Huh? Oh, let's see if I can think of something. So whenever you feel that your emotions are going out of control, you need to get out in the sun. Okay, this is very important. You can't do this at night. Get out in the sun, look up at the sky, not at the sun. Look up at the sky and raise your hands and breathe. Just do this a few times. So put your hands out, This is called Trishul Mudra. You sit in Trishul Mudra outside in the sun, or you stand and you do breathing for like 10 times. You'll immediately feel better. I stopped a guy from committing suicide. I asked him to do this. And
Oh,
yeah, he was thinking of killing himself. And I told him, you can do that in a while, but just come outside. I'm speaking to him on the phone. I told him to come outside. He came outside. And then he came outside onto his terrace. Then he was thinking of jumping from the terrace. I said, just wait for 10 minutes outside in the sun, and then you can jump. He said, okay. I said, you lived so long, can't you live another 10 minutes? He said, okay. 10 minutes later, I said, now you can jump. He's not jumping because the sun made him feel better. Really have to understand when we have like really bad emotions and very sad emotions, we need more sun. We need to get out more in the sun. Now, if you don't have sun and you're having bad emotions, then you know what you should do. Um, you should get some, you should get an infrared lamp or something and just shine it on your back. An infrared lamp. That'll make you feel better. So those are really good ways to do it. But if you don't have either, you don't have an infrared lamp and you don't have sun, then you can just imagine the sun. Okay? So just imagine the sun falling on your back. And you can keep adjusting the sun. Think you have the sun in your hand. You can bring it down your front. Okay, try this, yeah? Imagine you have the sun in your hand. It's not burning your hand, but it's really hot, okay? And it's letting light fall. Now light is falling on top of your head. Take it down your back. Bring it up like this. Bring it down and center. Let the sunlight and sunshine fall everywhere on you. If you don't have sun, then you imagine the sun, okay? However you want. You can take two suns and then you can put it down on different sides of your body. Just move that sun. Ah, I'm really feeling it. After some time, you start feeling the warmth. Even if you're in a cold place, you'll start warming and you'll take off a scarf or something because you'll start getting warm. Okay? You just keep sending that sun all over. You can do it to someone else too. Yeah, you can totally help a friend who's feeling down. Take the sun and then just rub it on their back and down their front and down their sides. Just rub the, like how you did for yourself. How are you feeling after that?
I feel good.
You feel good, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it
Like
because
I
it's the
was so
sunshine.
sick yesterday. Yeah, I was so sick yesterday. Today I'm feeling so good immediately.
I know, right? Even when you started the podcast, you were not really in your full health.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Now
fresh.
your eyes have opened up, which is good. That's yoga, but you need to do it every day. Then it becomes something amazing.
Yeah. So, how can yoga positively impact children's self-esteem and confidence levels?
I think if you have the mental balance that comes from yoga, um, you'll be a little more balanced, and you won't throw yourself to the sharks, which is what losing self-esteem is. Start saying, I'm so useless, I'm just trash. You'll never say that when you practice yoga because you're having some good results every day. And then you'll only say good things about yourself. Make it a practice to only say good things about yourself. You never say bad things about yourself because you're not a bad person. Why should you say bad things about yourself? I mean, I'd like some feedback from some responsible people whom I trust. about my actions, and that's it. Like I have my guru. I don't listen to anyone else. I ask my guru, "Am I doing okay?" He says, "Okay, I'm okay." But a lot of people think that I'm not doing correct about a lot of stuff that I say. This like, what is this? Such nonsense. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I don't really care about it. Doesn't affect me at all. It does not affect my self-esteem. And my guru is a person who I trust will always encourage me. He never puts me down. So yeah, you can do better. This is what you did wrong. Do it better next time. It's an encouraging voice. And that's what you should be with. Be with people who encourage you. If you're always with people who put you down, you'll start putting yourself down too. Avoid the company of people who put you down. Don't go there. Tulsidas said, if you don't get respect in a place, don't go there even if it's raining gold. And there's a reason he said that, because it spoils your self-esteem.
So these were like all the questions I had for today, and I wonder why the podcast ends so early. I mean, it was so interesting.
Is it early? It's been an hour.
Yeah, but I cannot feel it. It's so refreshing.
That's because of the yoga you did. Okay, continue to do every day. Watch this podcast again and note down and practice. It's going to make a huge difference in your life. And teach
Yes,
it to your
Guru.
friends. Share the podcast with them.
Yeah, sure, Guru. Thank you.
Right. All right. That was lovely talking to you. I'll see
Yeah,
you in the
thank
next
you, Guru.
one. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us for this enlightening session with Guru Pashupati ji. We hope we found our conversation valuable and that it inspires us to incorporate yoga and meditation into our daily lives. Remember, these ancient practices can truly transform our emotional well being. Let's end with a verse from the Bhagavad Gita that perfectly aligns with today's discussion. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भो मा ते संगोस्त्वकर्मणि. Meaning, we have the right to perform our duties, but we are not entitled to the fruits of our actions. Do not let the results of our actions be our motivation, and do not be attached to inaction. So, relevance for kids teaches the importance of focusing on efforts rather than results. So, share this podcast with your friends and family, and let's spread the benefits of yoga and meditation across the globe. Until next time, stay calm and stay happy. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.